given that this is such a busy, noisy, information-saturated world we live in, we wanted the service to be a quiet one that was embracing, not providing more doctrine or information about God, but just welcoming people into an experience of the holy.
I was kind of at a point in my life where I really needed a lot of kind of self-reflection. It was a very hectic time in my life. The contemplative style and the quiet that there is at the Celtic was really what I needed. It kind of offers a lot more space where you just kind of can sit with God and listen more. And the easiest thing to describe it as is peace.
We searched around the world, Ireland, Scotland, and Iona, and in Northumbria, and found worshiping communities that were using Celtic-style prayers. And we just took various pieces from different living worshiping communities and created our own liturgy. The service has ancient elements to it. It's deeply connected to the ancient church, but it is a little bit more open in character, much more inclusive in the language that we use. And this greater inclusiveness has welcomed back to Christianity people who say they previously had given up on church.
We've been together 25 years, and it wasn't up until a few years ago, like Michelle said, about 4 or 5 years ago, that we attended church. I mean, we had gone to some services sporadically with other friends and stuff over the years, very sporadically. And to be quite honest, it just, I always felt out of place. For some reason, just when I came here, I had almost an epiphany one night. This was early on in our coming here. I had been praying a lot because I didn't know how to find the answer to my problem. And I opened up the program, and I felt at that moment that in some way God made some sort of connection to me, to kind of like tap me on the shoulder. The message was, you do realize that I'm listening to what you're saying, and that there's other people that are dealing with that. There may be problems that are bigger than I can deal with, but there was somebody there that could help me deal with that.
We invited people who worship there to give just a 5-minute reflection on how and where they experienced God in their daily life. It could be from some personal encounter, some sort of sudden epiphany they have in their life, just through some circumstance in their life. How and where they experience God in their daily life.
My morning service in the traditional manner with opening the Book of Common Prayer to a certain page, and I felt connected on an extrinsic level, like on an outside me level, like I'm with the community and we're all doing this together, like the various hands and feet of one body. And then when I come to Celtic, we're still one body, but almost like the nervous system of the body. It's more intrinsic. In the morning, God comes into me. That's what it feels like God's coming from outside. And at Celtic, with Celtic Service, God comes from within me.
Worshippers are invited, if they like, to come forward to light a votive candle as a symbol of some special concern they have in their own life. The result is hundreds of lit candles and a growing awareness in the congregation that we're surrounded by people who are deeply concerned about people they love or some issue in their own lives. These little lit votives, hundreds of them, are just sort of visual reminders of how we're all gathered together in a kind of prayerful atmosphere.
The more that we attend, the more that we find, the more opportunity that speaks to us.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter really just what we're dealing with, in our everyday lives. We find strength and support.
I think Celtic has really become a home for me. I like to be always on the get up and go. It's really hard for me to take those moments in my life to just stop and open. Celtic allows me to have a minute of silence here, a minute of silence there.
Communion is always an important part of any service for me. I think that's the moment where you kind of realize, like, this is the renewal for me for this week.
People come forward to receive communion and sense in one more tangible way how God is all around us, among us, and within us even, in our own body and blood.
It's very profound, and there is just something that makes you feel like you belong here, and that's made all the difference to us.
This is the table, not of the church, but of the Lord. It is made ready for those who love him and for those who want to love him more. So come, you who have much faith, and you who have little, you who have been here often, and you who have not been here long, you who have tried to follow, and you who have failed. Come because it is the Lord who invites you. It is his will that those who want him should meet him here.